Alright, it's been a while since I last made a video or even streamed. For those of you guys who don't know, I've been out of the country for the last few weeks. I've been in visiting family in South Korea, as well as actually touring a little bit in Japan as well, because it was en route to South Korea. But anyways, I'm back in the game. As you can see, I've recently migrated to 1818 from 2268. So I know you guys might have a lot of questions for me. Hopefully I can answer all the questions, but let's start with the most obvious one. Is this a permanent migration to 1818 for me? No, it is not. I decided to migrate to 1818 for quite a few reasons. I'd say the main reason is because 2268 has a very long off season right now. Most likely we will be doing at least 3 skips, even possibly max skip. So I realized that I wanted something else to do during this time, because summer is my most active time. I'm a teacher, and during summer I have no work, so this is my most active time to play the game. And I decided that instead of spending 2 months farming in off season during the summer, I would migrate to a kingdom and take advantage of the off season to fight a very difficult KVK, which I'm going to show you in a little bit as well. So that's one of the reasons I migrated. I am going to be going back to 2268. Most likely after this KVK. I just wanted something to fill in the time, because I cannot just sit around and farm for 2 months during probably my most active time to play the game. So without further ado, I'm going to bring you to our sort of matchmaking. Well, it's not decided yet, but these are the kingdoms that are registered in Invictus with us. So these kingdoms all registered in Invictus Pop. So 1818. The kingdom I'm in right now. 1093, I'm sure everyone knows 1093, and 1960 as well. 2489, which is a pretty strong Vietnamese kingdom with Wild Hope and Mr. Lion. And 1188, a lot of people know 1188 as the top A seed in the game. And 1846 as well, which is downgraded quite a bit, but they still have some spenders, and Mokote, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, is still there as well. So this will definitely be my hardest KVK, or my biggest KVK to date, so I'm very excited to play this KVK. I migrated here specifically because I heard that 1093 and 1960 were registering in Invictus, so I was looking for another kingdom that was also registering in Invictus Pop. Some of you might be wondering why I didn't migrate to 1093 or 1960 or 2489. Basically, all of these kingdoms have some spending requirement during KVK. So if you don't know, a lot of Imperiums require you to spend on crystal tech, and usually there's no exceptions. I remember one time I messaged the king of 1846. At the time it was Laguna in 1846, and he was like, well, your stats are very good, but unfortunately you have to spend on crystal tech. So 1846 was a no-go for me. 1960 I know has literal, you have to upload proof of your buying Mountain Warfare. 1188 I'm pretty sure has a spending requirement. It's possible I could get into 1093's third alliance, but I don't want to be in the third alliance. And 2489, I'm sure, has a spending requirement as well. So 1818 was my choice for this KVK. I'm excited to join. 1818, I know, recently merged with Kingdom 2050, and they're looking pretty strong right now. If you look at the sort of alliance rankings, we're currently sitting at 1.17 trillion kill points. I think some people are out for ARC. It should be closer to 1.25 trillion kill points. And unfortunately, we recently hit that mushroom, that Imperium line. We were A seed until maybe like 6 or 7 hours ago, and I think a few more people that we ticketed in eventually did bring us to that Imperium line, unfortunately. So we are in Imperium right now. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Well, we do have the domain system. I've never tried the domain system somehow, which is a little weird, but I remember when they first implemented it, I was already in KVK, and by the time I was ready to start my next KVK, they'd already gotten rid of the domain system. So they were trying the Pioneer system for the domain. That was the initial domain system implemented, and then they took it down. I think they made revisions, and now we're back in the domain system. So obviously the domains will help sort of alleviate some of the pain from 1093. Everyone knows 1093 has 3 and maybe I think 3.5 alliances right now. So they're not able to bring in maybe as many farms. So this could be maybe a very fun KVK on the field if we're less focused on filling with farms and filling structures, garrisons, all that sort of stuff with farms. If you're curious about the Invictus map, this is my first time playing Invictus as well. So you can see Fire Camp will probably be just 1093, right? 1093 is the strongest kingdom in this KVK, so I assume 1093 will be in Fire Camp. Fire Camp is usually always the strongest camp in the KVK. Water will be either... I'm not sure who's stronger. I know 1960 is downgrading at the moment to an A seed. So I believe 2489 will be in Water Camp, because Water Camp is usually the second strongest camp in the kingdom KVK. And then the rest of these are... I think these are not by any order. So any of us could land in any of these positions. I pray to God we do not land close to 1093. Because if we land against 1093, it's going to be a very difficult fight, obviously. Everyone knows 1093 dismantled 1960 last KVK. So I don't think 1818 can take on 1093 alone. Obviously, the allies will be interesting for this KVK, of course. I'm assuming it'll be 1093, maybe 1818, and 1188 versus these three, and maybe a 3v3, maybe even a 2v4 if people decide that 1093 is too much to handle, because we saw how it went with 1960. So this will be an interesting KVK to watch. I'm very excited to stream it. I'll be very active this KVK, probably streaming every 2 days maybe. I want to give you as much of this KVK as I can, as I don't think many streamers are in this KVK. Maybe there are. I'm maybe just tripping, but I'll be streaming this KVK for you until I'm back in 2268. Let's just talk about my resources. Some of you guys might be wondering how I'm going to get the resources. Let's check my bag actually right now. So let's see my bag. So I just took a screenshot of my pick'em chests. So you can see my pick'em and my random chests up here. These ones. Pick one chest, sorry, and my random chest up here. So I still have quite a decent amount of resources, as you can see. About 1 bill of each except gold, and I can use my pick one chest for gold. So you add these all together, I would say I have about 4 billion resources, which is... Oh no, 5 billion resources, sorry. 5 billion resources. So that's a start from just these chests up here. If we scroll down to these ones here, the packs, as people call them. These are the packs. I have quite a bit more. So I have 2.8 billion food, 6 billion wood, 2.3 billion stone, and 1 billion gold. So as you can see, quite a decent amount of packs. Probably not enough, of course, for this Hell KVK. But I also did migrate in 2 farms. So I migrated in 2 of my farms that have the best sort of ecotech to gather as much as possible. I have my gathering boost and my resource production boost going on this farm, and I have another one on another login. As you can see, I left the rest of my farms in 2268 for the moment. So that's how I'm looking on resources. Obviously, I'm just farming gold. Gold is my number 1 priority right now. And my speed ups are still looking pretty good, as you can see. Even after that KVK, I just played against 1824, 1900, and 1770. I still have quite a few speed ups. As you can see, I think I have close to 2,000 days of speed ups. So I'm definitely ready in terms of the speed up side. It's just the resources which I'm a little concerned about. But I think I'll be able to manage by the time KVK comes around. My boosts, I definitely need to stock up more on. As you can see, I'm running a little low. Next Morning Gems, I'll definitely stock up on those. For anybody else wondering, maybe, let's say if you thought I'm investing in Belisarius, a lot of people ask me about that as well. Currently, I realized he might not be the best option to invest in. So for the most part, I am going to just focus on fielding 4 marches, the same 4 marches, which I've been fielding for a while. Ignore the Boudica. I was just using that for Kalkrok. So these are my 4 marches which I've been fielding, and I'm going to continue to field. In my opinion, these are the best 4 marches to field if you want kill points. Just the best. I'm going to post my last KVK data on YouTube in a few days. I'm still compiling all the data and getting all the numbers together. But I'm just going to stick with these 4 marches. I'm not going to invest in Belly Prime. I've seen results. I think Ploto maxed him and was using him. I do not think he's worth investing in for me personally after seeing tests. So most likely my plan is to max the next gen infantry commander and pair him with Luce. That's my most likely what I'm going to do. And then I'm considering maybe maxing William just because I prefer quality on my marches. You can see all my marches have max commanders except William, who is also maxed. I just didn't expertise him. So that's my current plan for my account. And I'm just farming gold. We're waiting for KVK. Matchmaking phase, we'll know in 2 days. If 1093 hopefully got a match. I'm assuming 1093 will get a match because of the domains. There's no guarantee, of course, but I'm assuming 1093 will get matched, and this will be our KVK. If any ACs or BCs get stuck with us, I feel very bad for you guys. But I'm very excited for this KVK. I'm looking forward to it. I will be streaming it. It'll be very fun. Unfortunately, I don't get to play with my friends in 2268, but it's a new experience playing with in this kingdom. A lot of Vietnamese and I think Asian players and European players, sorry, in this kingdom. So this will be a fun KVK. I'll do my best to stream as much as possible, give you updates. But in the next few days, I'll be releasing a pretty long video on my last KVK performance as well. The last KVK actually did, I think, 1.9 billion kill points total. So that's also a pretty good accomplishment, but not anything which surpasses what I did against 2429. Stay tuned for that video. And I'll probably be posting more videos over time now that I'm back from vacation. Stay tuned for that. Until next time, I'll also be posting an update on our kingdoms that registered for Invictus once the matchmaking phase is done. So stay tuned for that as well. Thank you.